I was born in Beckley, Connecticut. It was a brickyard area. And then after I was born, my mother and father moved into a little home in East Berlin. And we were very poor. We had a 12 by 12 house, 3 rooms. My brother and I slept in the attic. The bathroom was 100 feet from the house, and the wall was 100 feet the other way from the house. In the wintertime, you had to clod through the snow to get the water. My mother never worked. My father was a janitor. My father had a heart attack when I was 16 years old, and my mother took a job with a company that made fishing equipment. And it was only a quarter of a mile down the road, and so she worked until my dad got back on his feet again, and that's the way that went. Then when I went into the service, my brother was gone, they moved to Maine. My brother and I both sang together, and the Everly Brothers was very prevalent at that time. So that's where I started with the guitar and the violin more seriously. My son has a master's degree, and he's a pastor, and he has 4 children. And my daughter married a pastor, and they're counselors, and she has 5 children. I didn't teach them that part because they're like me. They like life. Well, as you know, I'm a musician. I play every Sunday at church, violin. I also sing and play guitar. You have to maintain your faith. You know, there's just no getting around it. The good Lord will get you there and do what it needs to do. I like the Air Force, always have liked the Air Force. So that's where I went. I went to a recruiter and enlisted that day, and I was gone. That was the end of that. But I wanted to serve my country. I think that's important for you to know. Nobody in my family ever had, and nobody in my family has since. They sent me to Libya, North Africa, under Gaddafi. Do you know much about Gaddafi? It's not good news. We don't have a base in Libya anymore. Believe it or not, the funny part of that is I was in Connecticut when I started line dancing. But we had dances every Friday night at the high school, and I was helping my dad as a janitor. And so when I got through with my work, he'd let me go take a shower, change clothes, and I'd go down and I'd line dance. And I'd be the caller's wife's partner, because he would call, and I knew all the dances, so I would be her partner in order to teach. So I started out in All-State when I was a kid, and then I played at Oklahoma State University Symphony, and I also played in the Hartford Symphony in Hartford, Connecticut. You have to be at a certain level before you can belong to a symphony, and then you have to do a tryout, and then they can determine whether you're capable of performing in a symphony.